Hey guys, Shouvik here. Very good morning. Yeah, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we will solve another beautiful questions of today's agenda. So that is find missing and repeated values. Lead code 2965. Yeah, so on these questions we are given a zero indexed 2D integer matrix grid of size n cross n. So that is a square matrix with values in range 1 to n square. So which holding the values of 1 to n square. Each integer appears exactly once. So the number between 1 to n square appears exactly once except a, which appears twice. So ideally the matrix should uh, hold all the values of 1 to n square only. That is an n square matrix, but due to some uh, error, maybe on the error on the code they are generating, there is a number a which is repeated twice, and b is a number which is missing. So I guess the problem statement is clear. So between 1 to n square series, one number is added twice in place by basically replacing one of the uh, actual number which is between lie to 1 to n square. So that's the reasons one number appeared twice and another number which is supposed to occur on the series has missed by this repeated occurrence of a. So that's the reason a has repeated twice but b has missed altogether. Now our task is to find the repeating and the missing numbers a and b. So after we have find, we have to return an answer of size 2. So our answer 0 equals to a and answer 1 equals to b. So answer 1 is the repeated number and answer b should be the missing number. Yeah. So I guess from the test case also, like on, so that is an 2 cross 2 grid. So the number should be 1 2 3 4, all should be occur, but due to the logical error 2 has occurred twice and 4 is altogether missed. So we have to repeat 2 as a repeated number and 4 as a missing number. Now for this one 3 cross 3 grid, you can see that 9 is occur here, 9 is occur here, and 9 has occurred here also. So 9 is our repeated elements and 5 is altogether missed from the above matrix. Yeah, so I solved it by maths perspective only. So what observations I initially got it. So if I have do two things, like I have do sum of all the numbers present in this lists, present in the matrix, and square sum of every elements present in the matrix. So let me just, so here you can see, like I have did grid of I have iterated over the matrix and I did normal grid I comma j, and on square sum I did grid of I comma j cross grid of I comma j, grid of ij. So that is I did. So what is the motto here to do this? So the main motto to do this is like, uh, if let's suppose we have 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. So let's suppose we 5 plus 6. So let's suppose we have a what matrix, like let's remove this is altogether, because that should be always a square. So let's suppose we have n equals to, so we have, sorry, so we have n equals to 2. So for n equals to 2, that is our uh, actual expected sum, that should be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. But due to the distortions, as per the questions, we got the sum, that is sum dash. So let's consider it is a sum, that is the correct sum. And due to the distortions we got s dash. So on s dash, let's suppose one, what else, what we have at, uh, we have 1 3 2 2. Okay, so we have 1 plus 3 plus 2 plus 2. So if here you can see, like What is our repeated? 2 is our repeated. And what is the missing? 4 is our missing. So if I do s dash minus s, so there you can see one gets cancelled, uh, one of the two, and this two gets cancelled, and three gets cancelled. So what I left uh, 2 minus 4, 2 minus 4. So if I do s dash minus s dash is the uh, distorted matrix sum, and s is the actual expected matrix sum. So if I do s dash minus s, then I have left with 2 minus 4. So that is none other than, let's consider a as our uh, repeated, and b is our missing. B is our missing. Then after doing so, we have left upon a minus b. So a minus b in our case is 4, right? And if I do same for square of this, like if I have, now consider s as a 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square plus 4 square, right? So that is our s, and s dash is a 1 square plus, I guess 2 is going to be repeat twice, and 3, 1 square plus 3 square plus 2 square plus 2 square, right? Now again if I do what, if I do a s dash minus s, again do. Now in this case our s dash is uh so what is going to be cancelled? One gets cancelled, uh 2 gets cancelled, and 3 gets cancelled. So we are going to be left on what, 2 square minus 4 square. And what is our a is our missing number, and b is our a is our repeated number, and b is our missing number. So after doing that, we are left with a square minus b square. A square minus b square we got from this, and a minus b we got from this. Now can we use a standard mathematics? I guess so because what we need now, we have a square minus b square. A square minus b square can be treated as a plus b and into a minus b, and we have a square minus b square calculated. Let's consider x, so that is calculated, and what we have calculated, a plus a minus b also calculated. So can we say a plus b equals to x by a minus b, x by a minus b? Can we say? I guess yes. So now this way, a plus b we have also calculated. So we have a plus b and we have a minus b, both are calculated. So now can we calculate? So let's consider that is x, and let's consider that is y. Now what we need? Now if we do sum of this, so twice a b gets cancelled, twice a equals to x plus y, and a should be our x plus y by 2. So that is our we got our a. So our a is the repeated number. And similarly, if we do uh, a plus b x, a minus b minus, like negation of both, so this is going to be negated and that is going to be plus. Minus of minus is plus, that is of x, that is of y. A gets cancelled, so 2b equals to x minus y. So b should be x minus y by 2. Yeah, that's the simple maths behind this question. Yeah, now let's go to the code itself. Then I can reiterate to you guys to the time and space complexity. Yeah, so what I did, I took a normal sum and a square sum variables initialized with 0, and n is the size of the grid. So for initially we have entered the grid altogether. So we have do normal sum plus, and we have do the squared sum here, like square of grid of I comma j. And now our last elements is what? Our last elements is n cross n, because our formula is going to be work on the what is the last elements of this sequence. What is the last elements of this sequence? The sequence should be in the range of 1 to n square. So what is the last elements for our case? If we have that n, so the last element should be n cross n. So that's the reasons I have put last elements to be n cross n. Now normal sum expected. So if you guys Google it out, so you guys can find out the sum of squares of first n numbers is n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. So that is the standard formula of like sum of square of first n numbers, sum of square of first n numbers. So I have used that only. So that is also like you guys will definitely I guess aware of this formula of class 11 or 12 standard, I guess. Yeah, so if our last we have n cross n, so the square of sum is last into last plus 1 into 2 into last plus 1 by 6. Last into last plus 1 into 2 into last plus 1 by 6. And normal sum also I guess you guys are aware of. So that is of n into n plus 1 by 2. So that is last into last plus 1 by 2. So last into last plus 1 by 2. So we have both the things, like normal sum expected calculated, square sum expected calculated. Now diff of 2, how we calculate it? Now if you guys remember, normal sum minus normal sum expected. So normal sum is nothing but, for our case, normal sum is this s dash is our normal sum, and normal sum expected is s. So if we do is normal sum normal sum minus normal sum expected, so that is s dash minus s, then we are going to get, sorry, not on this, so on this. So that is our normal sum, and that is our normal sum expected. And if we do normal sum minus normal sum expected, we are going to get our a minus b, that is diff of 2. So that's the reasons I have written here. So diff of 2 is normal sum minus normal sum expected, normal sum minus normal sum expected. Now diff of square of sum is square of sum minus square of sum expected, diff of square of sum. So that means a square minus b square. So s dash minus s on the square if we do, so that is 2 square minus 4 square, that is a square minus b square. So that is diff of square of 2. So diff of square of 2 is normal normal square sum minus normal square sum expected. So that's what I have written here. Diff of square of 2, square sum minus square sum expected, square sum minus square sum. So square sum we have calculated here, and square sum expected we have calculated by this formula. And after that, if we do add of 2, so what is add of 2? Add of 2 nothing but diff of square of 2 minus divided by diff of 2, diff of square of 2 divided by diff of 2. Why so? Because diff of square of 2 nothing but a square minus b square, and a square minus b square, if I have written it here, so a square minus b square can be written at a plus b into a minus b. So what is our add of 2? Add of 2 is our a plus b. So a plus b is a square is nothing but we have a square minus b square calculated by these previous steps. So a square minus b square divided by a minus b. So we have a minus b also calculated. So add of 2 is nothing but diff of square of 2 divided by diff of 2. So diff of square of 2 can be written as is a plus b into a minus b, and divided by diff of 2, that is a minus b, we have calculated. So if we divide both of them, then as per this like mathematical formula, we are going to get a plus b also. Like a square minus b square can be written as a plus b into a minus b divided by whom? A minus b. So a minus b and a minus b gets cancelled, so we are ending with a plus b. So that is of add of 2. So that's the reason I have written here. So that is our add of 2. Now we have our add of 2, we have our diff of 2. So repeated number should be add of 2 plus diff of 2 divided by 2. So that is where we are here. So that is of add of 2 plus diff of 2 divided by 2. Add of 2 plus diff of 2 divided by 2. That is our repeated elements. And what is our missing elements? Missing elements should be our uh, add of 2 minus diff of 2 divided by 2. Add of 2 minus diff of 2 divided by 2. So here you can see missing number is add of 2 minus diff of 2 divided by 2, and after that we are returning our repeated number as well as our missing number. Yeah, so that's all about the today's questions, and the time complexity I guess is pretty straightforward. Like we are uh, just iterating over the matrix only once. So time complexity is big O of n into n square only. So that is just for iterating over the matrix only. And on space complexity, do we guys feel we are using any extra space altogether? No, right? We are not using any extra space throughout the question. So space complexity is of big O of 1. Yeah, so this can be solved with two more approaches where like space complexity is of big O of n square and time complexity is still big O of n square only. So that is like an where you have basically put all the elements to a set or something, and in this run altogether you are basically check like if or maybe like you can use a map altogether. So where you have put all the frequency of that number. So what is for which number the frequency of 2 is our repeated elements for sure, and for 1 to n for the number which frequency is 0, we can consider that is a missing number. So but yeah, that is more optimal on space term, because on that case we are landed on using of space of big O of n square. In n basically means the length of the grid, but here we are not using any extra space. Yeah, and there is one more approach that is using bit manipulations. So that is basically using for uh, like what purpose, like overflow saving purpose, because you guys can see like the maximum number can be 2500, that is 50 cross 50. So the last number can be as big as 2500, and if we do if you use this formula like n is 2500, so 2500 cube, like something like of cube of 2500 on some of the language, it is going to be a overflow. So that's the reasons like bit is going to be a like ideal approach to be follow. But yeah, like but if you are guys using a something like long type of data structure, so then on that case we should be good. So if you are coding it on other languages like Java or C++, make sure that you are initializing this uh, square sum as a long, and grid of I comma j should be, I think, pretty boundary, because 2500, what you are guys doing at max 2500 and 2500, that is like within the range of integer only. Yeah, on that case also, on that case we are good, but when we are doing the sum, on that case we might be going to be overflow. So make sure you guys are using long on square sum, or throughout the entire all the variables to make it like compilation checks to all the places. Yeah, that's all about today's questions. Yeah, please make some comments like if you guys are following me like what I am explaining, or if you guys want me to put some more whiteboardings or maybe a more granular level explanations of particular components, please do comments it out. So that's the way I can improve the particular part. Yeah, and if you guys understood till this point, feel free to do a quick subscribe on the channels. And this weekends we have two big things are going to be coming. One is my Cars 24 interview experience, which is Cars 24 can offer you like 40 HP, so that is quite high. Yeah, and for another things is my resume roasting. So on resume, my resume got shortlisted to Reaplinks, Amazon, Microsoft, Walmart, yeah, and many more. So yeah, I will do like what's do's and don'ts you guys have to follow to make the industry standard resume. Yeah, these two important things are coming to this weekend. So yeah, please do subscribe to our channel and turn on the notifications to not to miss an important. Okay, thank you guys. Bye. Bye for today. Bye bye.